Hey guys, it's Nathan from the Kentucky Adventuring YouTube channel. We are in Natural Bridge State Park this morning where we're going to do a hike. And we are going to use for this hike an all trails route as the kind of the basis for our hike, but we know that there is at least one partial trail closure. So I'll point it out. I'll actually include a link to the route that we use and basically point out where we're going to deviate from that route based upon that trail closure. The route itself is estimated to be about 5.5 miles with over 1,000 feet of climbing. At the end of the video, I'll include what our metrics turned out to be, include that for you. But we are going to basically explore the front half of the Natural Bridge State Park, including going up to the Natural Bridge Arch. So this is probably the most popular hike in this area, but just something I want to point out is that while Natural Bridge State Park is certainly adjacent to Red River Gorge, it is actually not technically part of Red River Gorge. I would definitely encourage folks to come and visit Natural Bridge. We came here many times when I was growing up, but we would always just kind of come to Natural Bridge and not get out into the rest of the gorge. And I would submit that Natural Bridge State Park should be viewed as like a gateway to Red River Gorge. There is many more trails, arches, waterfalls, all kinds of goodie to be had out here. And the Red River Gorge geological area is incredibly popular among climbers. Rock climbers come from all over the country and probably even beyond to come out here to do rock climbing. So lots again to explore. We will set off today, so come along for the adventure. Okay guys, so we've come up to the turn and this is the original trail. So if you're just looking for the shortest way up, that is the original trail all the way up to Natural Bridge. We're actually going to go left towards Balance Rock, but looking at the state park website and then also on All Trails, that actually noted that there's a partial closure here. So we'll see how far we can go, and if we have to turn around, we'll do that. All right, so it looks like we're going to at least get to go to Balance Rock. So we're going to head up this trail, and it looks like we are sharing space here with the Sheltowee Trace, which is pretty darn cool. All right guys, so just beyond Balanced Rock, you see there's a trail closure sign right there. So we'll be turning around, making our way back down and heading up the original trail. All right guys, so we have just come back down this path, and this will return us back down to the original divide to the original trail, that turn we did earlier. But there's a little sign that says this way to Natural Bridge, which of course we can't do today. But just to the right, you can see there's a pretty, not marked, but well blazed trail, which we believe must cut over to the original trail. So we're going to do that and save ourselves a little bit up and down. All All right, you can see this is called the Rock Garden Trail, and it'll go over to Battleship Rock Trail, which we're going to come back down, but as our alternate way up, we're just going to go up the original trail to Natural Bridge.
Did you know that Kentucky has more arches than any other state in the eastern half of the U.S.? There are currently more than 3,000 documented natural arches in a database on kyarches.com. Moreover, Kentucky has the top 5 largest arches east of the Mississippi. While this list includes Natural Bridge, which is probably the most visited, it isn't actually the largest one. That title goes to Mantle Rock in western Kentucky. Still, this iconic natural sandstone arch is quite impressive, spanning 78 feet and being 65 feet high.
All right, guys, so we've just come up this trail. This is the original trail, and we are standing underneath Natural Bridge Arch, and you can see there's a sign off here for the Rock Garden Trail. We are eventually going to continue that way, but for now, we're going to head where Greg is, up Fat Man Squeeze, and go across the bridge and explore up top around I think it's called Laurel Ridge, and go and see some stuff up there, but then we'll make our way back down and continue back down the mountain. Natural Bridge is just off to the left here, and there's a really nice shelter. If you make this climb, you find you need a little break, you want to sit and rest and enjoy a view, you can come up here to the shelter. And we are just below the shelter, and you can see that this is the Sand Gap Trail. So had we been able to continue up past the Balance Rock, we would have come up here. The sign basically says that due to wildfire damage, this trail is closed until further notice. All right, so we have just come from the Overlook, and we're going to continue this way. But one thing I want to point out, and it's a cool way down, is this Devil's Gulch. And I'll just go over here to the top of the stairs, and I'll probably put up a couple of pictures from a hike that we've done out here. But this is a neat, although a little bit technical, staircase that'll take you down to a lower point on the trail. So if you don't want to do the whole loop, like we're doing, you can take a shortcut down through there, and it's pretty cool. So we're making our way out to the Lover's Leap Overlook, but here's another way down called the Needle's Eye Stairs. You can see it is switchbacky, and then you see there's some stairs. You can also cut off some distance too. we're still on the Rock Garden Trail. We've just come down this little path, and here is a split, and you can go off to the Low Gap Trail towards the skylift parking. You took the skylift up, and then we're going to go on down this way.
As always, we hope you found this content useful. If you did, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks.